Hi, guys. Welcome back to the Graveyard Guys podcast. My name is Wes,
And I'm Mikey.
and we are here to talk about the letter C. Hell yeah. As you can see, I've had,
As you can
as
see.
girl, bye, go away. I've had a different, I had a different hairstyle for three different hairstyles for 4 episodes.
Yeah.
Yeah, isn't that's crazy? And then we got matching nose piercings.
We did get
We
matching
did
nose
like right here.
piercings. Mine's
Yeah.
infected.
Is it really?
I don't know. No, yours looks just as bad as mine does.
Does it look bad? I didn't think it looked
No,
bad.
they're just red. A little red
Oh,
and
okay. You wash yours? You don't
uh-huh.
wash yours.
I did. The
I'm
guy
just
said
kidding.
not to touch it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm really bad at like touching my face.
I know. I always think it's a booger, not like, oh.
Yeah, and I'm always like, I don't want this like sticking out because this like little like L thing just kind of like always sticks out like that. So
Yeah, that's weird. Mine doesn't
yeah,
do that.
you're s-
My nose is longer than
you
yours,
do
though.
have a really big fat fucking nose. So. No tea.
Dang.
Yeah,
Speaking of the letter C,
yeah, that's me.
before we start, do you have any exciting, spooky things that have happened
Oh,
recently?
yeah, actually I do. So hold on, I'm trying to remember exactly. I had a dream. Okay. I'm gonna take you on a journey. I actually think this might be a bad omen because I had a dream that I fell in love with someone that was a shape-shifting owl, which is like La Lechuza, you know?
Hmm.
And because I was like, I thought it was like a quirky little dream, like, oh, I fell in love with this, like he turned into like this like Latin bottom with like these puppy dog eyes and I don't know what I'm saying, but it was like this shape-shifting owl. I told my friend about it and then he was like, "Oh, that's not like just like, oh my God, you have to go get like cleanse or some shit." And
Yeah,
so
Hispanics freak out
yeah,
about
yeah. I'm like,
which I'm Hispanic and I'm Mexican and I know a little bit of Spanish, but I always get confused. Is it la chusa or is it la lechuza or is it lechuza?
I think it's
It's one word, isn't it?
let me, a white man, tell you exactly how it's said. I'm just kidding. It's like it's lechuza is the word and la lechuza is like the owl, right?
Lechuza's the monster. La.
Lechuza is here. Let's find someone that actually knows Spanish. Hello?
You mean Google?
It's like la lechuza
Okay, so la lechuza.
is the owl.
There's a children's rhyme
That's
apparently.
that yeah, that's like an
Oh,
owl.
it's an
It's like
okay.
because that's literally a translation is like the owl, but
But lechuza put together is also
owl.
how. Wait,
Look up lechuza.
maybe it's just yeah. Lechuza is just how. Lechuza are women who have sold their souls to the devil in exchange for magical powers.
See, La Lechuza legend. It's like,
Okay, so it's just called owl.
yeah, it's like
The
just the
owl.
owl.
Creepy
Anyways, I had a dream
owlish.
about the owl.
Anyways, we'll revisit when we get to letter L.
Hell yeah. Anyways, yeah, that was my dream. Could be a bad omen. I could be
Well,
dying.
that's
Who
cool.
knows?
Anyways, so
Keep going.
were you done?
Yeah. Oh no, I was done. Don't worry. You can go.
I had a mini freak
Bitch.
out today because while I was cleaning my house, getting ready to come over here, I was cleaning my C is for children's bed, and it looked like there was a child under the covers when I was cleaning the bed.
Oh
And for
God.
like a split second, I was like, did my kid skip school and stay in bed the whole time? And I had like a really quick panic attack. And then it was like those horror movies where they see the body under the bed, like, and there's nothing there. So it was funny because that happened like 2 hours ago, and I was like, I need to remember to talk about that on the podcast because that freaked the shit out of me.
Yeah.
But anyways, so spooky stuff in the news that doesn't
Yes.
um it's actually on brand because the spooky stuff of the news is our cryptid of the day that starts with the letter
Why
C.
are you doing it like that? That's so stupid.
Anyways,
Fucking
uh
Pokeball looking ass. What? It
Pokeball.
looks like you're holding a Pokeball or
That's
something.
not how you hold that. This is Dragon Ball
I guess I
Z.
sure. I'm
So
imagining
now who's
like
the dumbass? You're the one wearing an anime shirt. You don't know shit about
no, it's just
classics.
uh,
A Pokeball.
Pokeball, you know?
Actually, it's how you.
It's a Yeah.
Well, anyways.
Yeah, keep going.
Um, C is for Chupacabra. The Chupacabra sighting in Colorado. There's a lot of C's to.
Oh my
Is this a
God.
Komen? A mysterious animal sighting in Pueblo, Colorado has intrigued many after residents submitted a video to KKTV 11 News. During an April 7th broadcast, anchors examined the footage, which shows a creature with patchy black fur, a red face, and elongated limbs eating something off the ground. Girl, when were you in
I
Colorado?
was about to say the same thing about you.
The bizarre appearance baffled the anchors, who joked it might be a chupacabra, though other guesses included a badger, wolverine, possum, or raccoon. The residents who captured the video had seen the creature before and shared the footage on Facebook, prompting a stream of community speculations. Meanwhile, Colorado Parks and Wildlife officials also reviewed the video and suggested the animal could be a raccoon suffering from mange, a skin disease from mites causing hair loss. Despite experts' input, the mystery remains unresolved, leaving viewers eager for more evidence and clarification. It does kind of suck that a lot of these sightings usually are like sick animals. And we're like, it's
Hmm.
a monster. It's like,
Yeah.
no, it's just an animal that's kind of suffering.
Are you suffering?
I'm fine.
Okay.
Um, but in other news, a chilling 2 hour unlisted video titled 2025 underscore space underscore 6:17 a.m. .mov has
Okay.
surfaced on YouTube, featuring grainy surveillance footage of children wandering into the night. This unsettling clip is part of a viral marketing campaign for Weapons, an upcoming horror film by Barbarian director Zach Krieger. The video's cryptic nature and eerie visuals have sparked widespread intrigue and speculation online. So this isn't really like true spooky news, but I do love when films get creative with their marketing, like how Blair Witch did in the 90s and it freaked everybody out. Probably not going to happen again because we already went through the Blair Witch. So it's like fool me once, sure. But um it's creepy. And the video is intriguing. I have no idea what the movie's about, and this isn't a movie podcast. If you want to
Something about
hear,
like kids going missing or some shit.
yeah, but there's something else happening. But
Yeah, there's probably something else happening.
well, anyways, so today the Texas city belongs to Wes.
It's me.
Wes, where are you taking us in
We're
Texas?
going to Corpus Christi.
Hell yeah.
When was
Where
the last time?
Selena was. Oh, hey.
That's yeah, she was.
Those
Don't look too
mustaches. Oh,
hard.
goodness.
God, I
He's
live
coming.
here. Stop. He's bitch. Stop looking at him.
There's something about muscles and a mustache that just really.
What am I, chopped liver? I'm just kidding. Anyways, Selena was buried there. Pay attention to
I
me.
am.
Stop. Your man doesn't want you. He's probably gonna come in here with a restraining order. But when was the last time you were in Corpus?
Like 3 months ago, my dad lives there.
Okay. I see you. I didn't know that actually.
Hmm.
Oh, I learned something new about you every day. Oh,
Once a week
once a
when we
week.
do our recordings.
Yeah, we don't talk outside of that. I talk to your
Mhm.
husband more than I talk to you.
He does.
Yeah, I do. That's my bestie. Love you. Hey, Adam. Just kidding.
Oh
He's gonna be like, it's me.
my
I'm
gosh.
just kidding. The last time I was in Corpus, I think it was for Brian's birthday. It was around December. It was very like foggy and you couldn't even see that far outside into the ocean. It was kind of lame,
Yeah.
honestly.
Corpus is a coastal city for people that are
Yeah,
not from Texas. It's,
it's
I like it. It's small, but if you go for the beaches,
don't go.
go somewhere else.
Yeah, don't go for the
It
beaches.
has the USS Lexington, which is cool.
Yeah, which is also haunted.
Yeah, but yeah, it's just a
Hmm.
coastal city.
Yeah, the water, there's like a fuck ton of jellyfish in there.
There
Yeah,
is.
I wouldn't go swimming there. I don't get into the water. If you're getting into the water, then you're gonna grow like a third leg.
This is actually really creepy. So one of the beaches, so like Corpus, it's weird. It's a city that like is long. And so you can either go north and you go north of Corpus and go to like Port Aransas where the beaches are nice,
Yeah.
or you can go south and go to like beaches that are, I think it's considered North Padre Island. Um, but if you actually go into the heart of Corpus, which is downtown, did your computer die?
think it did. I have to like jerry rig the shit, like make sure it's at the right angle and all that. I need a new like charger. It'll turn on, hopefully, eventually. Keep talking, keep talking, keep talking.
Well,
Fuck.
so if you go downtown Corpus by the USS Lexington, there is a beach there that you can actually get in, and it's super creepy swimming. I'm sure it's not that close, but the boat is like there. The huge ship is there. And I don't like swimming with that thing in the water.
I would not go anywhere near that. I was like, I really want to understand the physics of last week's episode. So I watched a video on the physics and I was like, I got C is for correction because
Hmm.
I'm not going to go into the physics because I know I got at least like one thing wrong. At least one thing. Maybe two or three or four or five. I don't know. But I said that they had a lot of molasses because of Prohibition was about to end. Prohibition was about to start. So
Um,
people were like stocking up on rum and stuff like that. That's why they had a lot of molasses. I always think that Prohibition happened in like the late 1800s, but it happened in the early-ish 1900s.
yeah, like the Roaring
Um,
Twenties.
yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I'm sorry.
they
I'm a
knock on the
fucking
door and they're like,
dumbass. Yeah.
what's the password?
It makes sense. It makes sense, but it did, I spread misinformation. That's the only thing I'm good for. So,
It's fine.
that the molasses tank was also painted the color of molasses to cover the fact that they had cracks everywhere. That's how poorly constructed it was. So, it sounds like something you would do.
Sounds like your laptop.
Fuck off.
Anyways,
Anyways, enough with molasses. That was so last week. Um, Now I had to scramble to put stuff together because I was so like I really wanted to right my wrongs, but I kind of like dove like too far into like trying to correct everything. And then I went a lot into physics and I'm like, I'm not a physicist. I don't need to do this. But anyways, hi, we're in Corpus Christi right now. Where are my notes? There they are. Okay. So I'm going to talk about the haunted homes of Heritage Park. Ooh, do you know about it?
mm-mm.
Okay. Let me educate you as much as I can, as much as I could put together in like a few minutes.
Oh,
Okay. So there are 12 homes in this area. There's the Sidbury House, the French Galvin House, the Ward McCampbell House, the Merriman Bobbis House. These are some weird ass names. Uh, Ariana Grande Grossman House. I'm just kidding. It's the Grande Grossman House. Or is it Grand? Would they say Grand or Grande?
I think it's Grande. It ends with an E.
True. But people call it the Rio Grande River, right? Texas. Whatever. Uh Julius
Liechtenstein.
Lichtenstein House, Simon Guggenheim House. That's a funny name. Little's Martin House, the Jalufka Gavados House, Lawrence House. Hell yeah, that's my last name. The Carroll House and the Britton Evans Centennial House. So there's these 12 houses. They kind of represent like different eras in like Corpus Christi history. There's like Victorian houses, then there's like more modern houses or modern takes on houses. One of these, I can't remember because I was getting like multiple information, but I know there's 12 houses, but one of these names is like similar to another house. The Steamboat House. I don't know which one of these is also called the Steamboat House. I'm not sure. But that one was it was
Repurposed.
it was moved from one location to the other. What's that word? Relocated. It
I
was relocated.
mean, moved work.
Girl, yeah, I guess
I
moved
was like, I
works.
don't know.
It was relocated from one location to the other. But so the Sidbury House was built by a businesswoman.
We love women
Feminism.
in power. C for
Feminism. C for cunt. And not good, not bad cunt,
for
good cunt.
serving.
C for serving cunt, not being a cunt.
Confident. No.
C is for Charlotte King Cook Sidbury. That
Okay.
was her name. I don't know. That's as good as I could get. So this is one of the more haunted houses in Corpus Christi, or one of the most haunted houses in Corpus Christi. And it is visitors report sightings of a childlike ghost on the second floor, and there are dolls that are moved around and rearranged, and like objects moved.
The dolls.
It's like the dolls, the dolls.
Who's
So that's
moving? The
the
dolls.
dolls are moving. But so yeah, that's one of the most haunted houses in Corpus Christi is in Heritage Park. Is the Sidbury house. A lot of these houses actually aren't haunted. They're just like very like old and they kind of add to the ambiance of the area. But there's like so there are a couple houses that have like their own hauntings in them. You know what I mean? Does that make sense?
No,
Did you
because the
understand?
list is literally haunted homes of Heritage Park, and you just said these houses actually aren't haunted.
No, I'm not saying these houses aren't haunted. Some of the houses there are no reported hauntings,
Mm. They
but
just give off the haunting
they
vibe.
give up the ambiance,
Hmm.
the ambiance.
Yeah.
The next one is French ambiance. So it's the French Galvan house in 1908. It was built by oh, he is not French. His name is French, girl. His name is French. So it was owned by Rafael Galvan, which is Corpus Christi's first Mexican American police officer. That's so specific.
Yeah.
So visitors of this house have felt unexplained taps on their shoulder and heard phantom footsteps ascending to the attic. And paranormal investigators have captured EVPs during spirit box sections.
How scary.
Oh, I
But what's really frightening for Corpus is the first Mexican police officer.
that's terrifying, apparently.
Corpus is very. Let's keep going.
Let's keep going. We don't want to. Anyways, the Ward McCampbell house was constructed by Mary Alice McCampbell. Okay, another woman. Love that. I'm a feminist. Feminist. Fuck. Mary died of pneumonia after witnessing the devastating 1919 hurricane from her balcony. Bro, why was she watching the fucking hurricane? She died of pneumonia because she was watching the hurricane.
I don't think that's. I do, I think that is correlation, not causation.
Okay, well, I mean, it's back in like you can't go outside in 1919. You just can't go outside. When
Well,
it rains, you can't go outside in 1919. Like the smallest drop of water is going to give you pneumonia.
mhm.
So like she was in a whole I'm imagining her just getting her shit rocked and watching that hurricane from her
It's a
balcony. She's like,
hurricane, not a tornado.
you know what I mean?
No,
I've never been in a hurricane, have
it's
you?
just a bad storm.
She's getting her shit rocked from the storm.
Okay.
And that's a bad storm. I've seen like trees go like this. Anyways, her spirit is said to linger with reports of
Like
doors.
this.
She's
Okay.
like, she's holding onto that balcony for dear life, with reports of doors locking on their own and apparitions seen on the balcony.
Saying, don't watch hurricanes.
Don't fucking watch the hurricane. I just don't know why. She was out there for long enough to get pneumonia, is the
I
thing.
don't think
Unless,
that.
huh?
I think it's just worded weird.
You don't understand. I'm
Okay.
just the way that it's worded, I'm like, she was outside
So
long
the way that
enough
you're
watching.
presenting it is that she was in her room. A hurricane happened. Right when the hurricane's over, she's dead. The cause of death is pneumonia. So
Immediately,
in the
she
whole
immediately
night,
dies. No, because it says she was watching. Let me read this again. Mary died of pneumonia after witnessing the devastating 19 when the way that I read that is she was witnessing the hurricane, standing outside watching it, being like, wow, this shit's crazy. And then she gets pneumonia because
storm's
she's
over and
outside
she's
for so
dead.
long. And then you get sick over time because
There's something about these Marys.
Mary's
Maybe we should do an episode about Marys.
Mary, she did. She had a little lamb.
Anyways, next.
Merriman Bobbitt House was built by Walter Merriman. It served as a hospital during the Civil War and during the yellow fever epidemic. Wow. There are apparitions of a woman in old-fashioned attire, uh, entering the front door and then disappearing. She better close that door on her way out. Anyways, this is the Grande Grossman house. It's showcases a German immigrant influence in its architecture. So a lot of the houses in this area, they have like different styles of architecture that kind of like set them apart. So it's like 12 like slightly or very different unique houses in like one little area.
Hmm.
So visitors at the Grande Grossman house, I don't know why I'm saying like that. Visitors report feelings of unease, hearing raspy voices from the stairwell, and experiencing anxiety on the second floor. Anxiety.
Well, people always say kids these days use anxiety as an excuse for everything. But people back in 1905 were saying, I have anxiety. There must be a ghost in this house.
No, exactly. And honestly, if you're not blaming everything on a ghost, then are you really living life?
Yeah, that's why I took up crack cocaine. Ghosts. C.
C for crack.
Cocaine. Next.
What the fuck? The Julius Lichtenstein house, I can't say that, belonged to the Liechtenstein family,
Mhm.
which is a prominent Jewish family. Specific hauntings are not documented, but it adds to the vibes. Hey, that's my neighbor. Hey, his name. Love you. I was about to say his name on camera.
That's the one that you wanted to give your number to and then got like really embarrassed because he
No,
was
I
like,
did give my number to him and I said, no homo, we should hang out sometime. I did do that. I was saluting right when he was walking by, and then he started laughing. I'm like, oh man, I'm so embarrassed. Um,
I would be embarrassed.
it's my best. What if he texts me? Is he gonna text me
Has
finally?
he ever texted you?
We texted once. He texted me saying, "Hey, got your number." I'm like, "Hey," and then we've never talked ever since. It's embarrassing. Let's just not talk about it. I'm really bad at making friends.
I know.
So the rest of the houses don't really have um they don't have
Hauntings.
hauntings. So the first half of the houses I talked about all had hauntings. But I mean I could go a little bit into their history. I'm not gonna go deeply into their history, but the Liechtenstein family owned by Jewish merchants, no hauntings, but adds to the vibes, you know? The Simon Guggenheim House. This is a Queen Anne style home that survived the 1919 hurricane. You know, where that girl got her shit rocked. There's no paranormal activity, but it's like a testament to the times, you know, because it survived the hurricane. So it's like, I mean, that other house also survived the hurricane. And but anyways, the Littles Martin House was home to one of Corpus Christi's first African American natives. So, woo, we
Hooray.
got the Mexican police officer and the African American natives. It's looking so progressive for
What's
Corpus.
an African American native?
I don't know. I think it's
Assuming
like
the
one of the
first
first
born
families born
Af
in Corpus.
first born African
That's
American in
how
Corpus.
I'm reading it.
That's how I'm reading it too, because I'm like, that's kind of like an oxymoron.
It's kind of yeah, it's no hauntings in this house either. But that house is specifically a good like, you know, representation of history. But the next one is the Jalufka Gavatus house. So this was built by a Czech immigrant. It was owned later by the Gavatos family. Um, they're Greek. Wow, this is very like
Yeah, it's almost like a
multicultural. Yeah.
almost like an Epcot Center of
It
Corpus
is. It's
Christi.
like Epcot. Like they're gonna have like different like they're gonna have like
They should just serve different foods per
yeah. I was
Greek
gonna say that, but I couldn't think of anything Greek or Czech. Um,
Greek
Greek.
heroes,
I'm a dumb bitch.
like
Euros.
grape seed rolls, my favorite, grape
But
leaf roll.
the next one is the Lawrence House. Whoop, whoop, represent. Yo. I don't know what I'm doing. Details about this house. There's not a lot of information on the history of it, but It
It's the
adds to
most
the
boring
it's the
one.
most boring one.
It's literally like nothing. Nothing
Nothing.
has happened. We don't know what the
No
history
fucking
is.
details. Let's go. That's my namesake. But yeah, same for the Carroll house. There's not much information, but there's no known paranormal activity. And then the last one is the Centennial House or the Britton Evans house. And this is the oldest standing structure in Corpus Christi. And it served as a hospital during the Civil War, during C is for Civil War, and as a refuge during the Native American raids. There is no specific hauntings for this location, but there is a lot of history.
I feel like every hospital's haunted.
It is.
So
Mm-hmm.
just because it's not reported doesn't mean it's not happening.
Yeah. Well,
It's like
anyways, those are the
crabs.
12 houses where literally like five of them are haunted, and the other are just cool looking. That's
Hooray.
Corpus.
Let's take a break. Welcome back.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you, Wesley, for that invigorating breakdown of the houses in Corpus Christi and how some of them are haunted.
The somewhat haunted houses.
I'm going to be taking y'all up north into the east. I always have to do never eat sour watermelons.
I do that too.
So picture this, ready? Deep in the woods of North Carolina, just outside the small town of Bear Creek, there lies a place unlike any other. In Charlotte.
Damn, she's got a script. Okay.
There is.
Who's
Shut up.
Oh,
There
sorry.
is a perfect circle, 40 feet of cross, where nothing grows. No grass, no weed, no life, no bra, no panties. Locals call it the Devil's Tramping Ground. Insert lightning sound effect here. For over a century, people have whispered the same legend that every night the devil himself rises from the depths of hell and paces in a circle, hour after hour, plotting the downfall of mankind. They say his footsteps burn the earth, leaving it cursed and forever lifeless. Want to test the legend? Leave an object in the circle overnight. A bag, a tent, a stone, your bra, or panties. By morning, it's thrown out, especially those nasty ass panties.
Yeah.
As the devil himself has rejected it. Animals avoid it, campers flee in the middle of the night, and those who stay report cold chills, shadowy figures, and the feeling of being watched. Which also just happens when you're camping, just so everybody knows. Scientists have tested the soil. No salt, no poison, no rational reason why this circle remains barren. The ground refuses to grow life, just like it has for over 100 years.
100 is crazy.
So, is it an ancient ritual site, a natural mystery, or the literal stomping grounds of Beelzebub himself? That's the double right. I think so.
I think people kind of like.
Catholic audience, please let me know. That's I'm Catholic, I don't know. That's up to you to decide. Bum bum bum. So yeah, in Charlotte, North Carolina, throw your hands up, take your shirt off, spin it around your head just like a helicopter. There is a large circle that grows nothing in the middle of the woods. They don't know why. They call it the Devil's Trampling Circle.
Tramping grounds.
Tramping ground.
Tramp.
West's Tramping Ground, the red light district of 6th Street. But
That's me.
yeah, so they don't know what's happening up there, but it's pretty creepy. And I really enjoyed that story.
That's wild. I think Beelzebub is like one of the princes of hell, so he himself is not technically the devil.
Okay,
But
well, Lucifer then.
I do think a lot of people do like kind of like mash
them
them
together.
together, you know,
Yeah.
like Asmodeus.
Well, you know who would know
Lucifer.
is Beelzebub. I didn't spell it right.
I don't know how to spell it either. I think he's like a demon,
Well, here we go.
but he's
Ready?
not
We're about
the
to get
devil.
really scary.
The difference
What is
between
the difference between Beelzebub, Lucifer, and Satan? It is written many, many years ago that there existed a group of angels wait, that had one purpose in existence. Their purpose in life was to protect the Holy of Holies. Oh my God, I'm not reading all
no,
that.
they wrote a whole essay.
Um,
Lucifer. Okay, that's it.
okay.
Lucifer.
Lucifer, God's best product quality tester. The devil does not make you do it. You just choose to
Oh,
dance with
that's
the
not
devil.
even the
That's not
answer.
what we're
Oh
talking
my
about.
God. Who is this guy? Let's blast him online.
Quora, get your shit together. Yeah, Beelzebub's the demonic lord, prince of
Yeah,
darkness.
he's like one of the princes of hell.
He's in the Bible.
Yeah, I know information about him. He brings like a horde of flies whenever he enters the
Yeah,
room.
which is why sometimes when movies deal with him, there's flies everywhere.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, creepy. This episode is brought to you by C for creepy,
Creepy.
creepy, and Charlotte and Corpus Christi, and
Crazy cuckoo cunt.
kind of haunted houses.
Somewhat haunted houses.
Mary dying outside watching a storm because she had
She got
pneumonia.
her shit rocked
Yeah,
watching it on her
she got
balcony.
her shit cranked and yanked.
Cranked and yanked. What is she cranking and
I don't
yanking?
know.
God.
But anyways, so that wraps up today's episode.
Did we talk about the chupacabra
We
in
talked about the
detail?
Chupacabra, but we didn't
We
officially do the
didn't go
breakdown.
into the book.
So we have our cryptid book for C. Because of the news story today, we're doing Chupacabra. The single most notable cryptozoological phenomenon of the past decade is undoubtedly the chupacabras, aka the goat sucker. It's your nickname.
Yeah.
The legend of this livestock slaughtering monster was born in small villages in Puerto Rico in 1995 and quickly spread to Mexico and Hispanic communities in the United States, on its way becoming a worldwide sensation like no unexplained creature since the Bigfoot of the late 50s and 60s. And yeah, basically, the history of the goat sucker is just that whenever people's farm animals are dead, especially if they've been drained of their blood, it's blamed on the chupacabra.
Chupacabra. Mm-hmm.
So, this episode is brought to you by the letter C for creepy, Charlotte, Corpus Christi, chupacabra, cunt.
And that's how Sue sees it. Did you ever watch?
Yes, I did watch it.
I was-
Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in. Follow us on Instagram at Graveyard Guys Podcast or Pod.
I think it's pod.
We always have this
I
debate.
can't fucking remember.
Graveyard Guys Pod or Podcast.
Whatever. You'll find us.
Yes, you can find us on YouTube at Graveyard Guys Podcast. You can find us on any podcast platform of your liking.
Yes.
Give us a like, subscribe, rate us. I don't even think we have any ratings yet, but we have a handful of listeners.
I rated us 5 stars.
Perfect. We probably shouldn't admit that, but
I don't know who did that. It wasn't me.
We know we have a little handful of listeners and watchers, so we thank you guys. It's awesome. We like doing this. Let us know. Oh yeah, also give us your scary stories so we can read them on here.
Yup.
So with
Email.
that said, we will be leaving the cemetery. Everybody, sleep tight.
Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Don't let the bed bugs see you coming. I don't know. There's no more things I can think of. Let's have it see. Anyways, thanks for listening. Bye, everybody.
Bye.